Welcome friends and spiritual travelers, Mr. Gal here, aka Nathan. Today's theme is going to be a theme that a viewer passed on to me through the comments section of another video. It's about why that person has stopped communicating with you, why they've stopped the contact, or in other words, why are they ghosting you? So it may be a significant other, someone that you have some feelings for. It may even just be a friend or a family member that sort of cut you off recently and you want to know why. So we have 4 tarot decks here. We have the Commonplace Tarot decks, pile 1. We have the Tattoo Tarots, pile 2. We have the Standard Ryder Waite Tarots, pile 3. And we have the 5 Cent Tarot deck as pile 4. I'm just going to do a free shuffle with the tarot and see if we can get an idea about why they've stopped the communication. So please choose a pile. Remember, this is a general reading, so take only that which resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Remember also, it's for entertainment, so if you get something out of it, that's amazing. But if not, I just hope you enjoy the reading anyway. And on that, thank you for being here with me. It's great to have your viewers' attention. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's get started with pile number 1. So, pile 1 with the Commonplace Tarot deck. Let's find out why this person, whoever that may be for you, has broken off the communication, why they've stopped talking to you, or in other words, why are they ghosting you? We'll get an idea from the Commonplace Tarot cards. Spirit, can we please get some messages, please, for pile 1 about why this person has stopped communicating to them? Why has this person ghosted pile 1? What's going on with them? Cards aren't very forthcoming. It's definitely a mystery, isn't it, pile 1? I sense that you actually have no idea why they've broken off communication. I think potentially there's always the chance that maybe we have an idea about what's going on with somebody when they stop communicating to us, but I sense with you, whoa, I'm going to have to pick that up, that this person has really just shut you off and there's no clear reason. Okay. Interesting. So we'll start with the 4 cards that have come out so far. The first card you have is the High Priestess in reverse. You have the Temperance card, which is a card that flew out of the deck and landed on the floor in front of me. You have the Hermit card. Wow, 3 major arcana. And your final card, ooh, is the Strength card. Can you believe that? They're all major arcana cards. That's pretty unlikely and also highly significant, I think. So it really indicates to me that this person's going through some issues, some BS, really. Major arcana are like major life lessons in a sense. So this person is dealing with some heavy trauma or some heavy issues. It's interesting that you have the Hermit card there. Along with the Temperance, these 2 cards really indicate to me that this person is working through some personal challenges, that they wanted some isolation because they've got some stuff that they're dealing with on their own. You can see with the Temperance card here, the Angel is pouring water from one cup to another. It almost indicates to me like the need to moderate a certain behavior, like alcoholism is coming to mind. There may be some habits or addictions that they're dealing with, and so what they're doing is trying to like draw upon their own inner strength to overcome a certain challenge. And with the High Priestess in reverse, I just sense that they've been feeling a little bit disconnected from people, and I think they've disconnected from people intentionally recently because they've been feeling like a little bit sort of disconnected from society or not having sort of an understanding about what they're going through. I think they're actually sort of working through their own challenges is what I'm getting, pile 1. So this, from what I can see so far with these cards, it's not so much necessarily about you and maybe breaking off this relationship or stopping the communication based on anything that you've done or a lack of interest or anything like that. I just see them like needing to deal with their own stuff right now with the Hermit card. They're taking some time out to work through, I guess, their own issues, or learning to get back into balance a little bit more, working on some certain behaviors that aren't working for them or that they need to sort of cut back on anyway. I really just see them like trying to find themselves, really, with the Hermit card there and the Strength card also. These two cards really indicating to me that they're doing some soul searching and working through some personal challenges. Yeah, interesting. Let's see if we can get some further clarity about those cards. Spirit, can we get some clarity about what pile 1 is currently working through? What are they trying to, interesting. What are they trying to work through or to let go of? What battles are they currently facing? Why have they ghosted pile number 1? Okay, we've got a few cards that have come out there. See the Empress in reverse. Gosh, lots of major arcana. The Queen of Wands too. Read the 5 of Wands. Read the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. We also have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Most definitely I can see that it's an internal battle with the 5 of Wands here. Along with the Empress in reverse, I just sense that they're feeling disconnected. You know what I see, pile 1? They're trying to find out what it is that they have to offer. That's what I'm seeing right now. They're spending some time like trying to find themselves, essentially. Find out, work through some personal challenges. And I definitely see that with the Hermit card there and the Temperance card. Also with the Empress in reverse, indicating that they're not overly affectionate to themselves. This group is like, doesn't have a lot of love for themselves right now, is what I'm seeing. And because of that, with the Hermit card and the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, they're just not really wanting to be around people, I sense. And what I also am seeing here with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Wands, and the 5 of Wands, I see that this group is probably, this person's quite creative. But I think that they can sort of go back and forth in their mindset about whether they have the skills to do something or not. So, I sense they're working through some personal demons. They may have some addictions or some battles that they're dealing with. I sense that this person probably has some mental health issues. They may have depression. But I also am seeing that they're probably right now trying to find something that they, like a gift or a skill that they have, working through what it is that they can offer the rest of the world, or at least some sort of talent that they have. I just think that they feel as if they have nothing to offer people, as if they have nothing to offer the world. And so they've isolated themselves right now just to try and really discover themselves, find out what their talents are, work through their challenges, find that strength within them that allows them to believe in themselves, in a sense. Noting you have the Queen of Wands here too. It's interesting. The Queen of Wands to me owns her shadow, right? The cat represents her shadow side, her shadow aspects. It's where you've done a lot of shadow work and you start to accept all aspects of who you are. Loving with the Empress in reverse here, like embracing those darker aspects of your personality and realizing that, you know, we are all human and that we have vices. I think this person is just really starting to learn who they are, accept that they have certain addictions or behavioral patterns that maybe they weren't fond of before, working through them, starting to accept them, but also really trying to find what it is that they are good at, what skills they have to offer. So I sense this person is kind of shut off from everyone. They haven't necessarily just ghosted you. I think they've ghosted a lot of people. They've broken away from society. They're probably not in contact with a lot of friends also, just because they're doing a lot of soul searching at the moment. Interesting. Let's see if we can get some further insight for you from the Chakra Insight Oracle deck. Spirit, can we get some further messages, please, for pile 1 about what this person is currently working through, trying to find themselves. I sense trying to work out what it is that they want to do with their life, what direction they want to go down, what talents they have to offer the rest of the world, in a sense, what they enjoy doing, what brings them satisfaction and happiness. Accepting that they are human and that they have faults also. Learning to not be so hard on themselves. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Let me get one more card too. So your first card is the crown chakra. Interesting that you got the crown chakra, but the high priestess is in reverse. I just sense that they just feel a little disconnected from reality and society. I just see a group that maybe is feeling quite down on themselves, especially with the Empress in reverse here, and the Five of Wands. Strong indication that they have a negative mindset, that they can go back and forth between like believing in themselves and falling back on bad habits or bad sort of thought processes, getting down on themselves quite regularly is what I'm seeing. You have the emotions card too, feelings, expression, moods, and balance. Interesting that it says they're balanced. You have temperance. I think they're just starting to like find emotional balance, find a happy medium, a place where they feel at peace with who they are in the world. And you said the inner child, playfulness, lightheartedness, innocence, and wonder. Yes. Okay. So this card, along with the Hermit card, really indicates to me that they're trying to find themselves, what brings them happiness, and what lights them up, what gifts they have to offer. But I just think they're working through a lot of like demons right now. This is a group that this person, I sense, probably has some strong mental health issues, or is just on a journey of self-discovery with the Hermit card and the inner child, learning about themselves and where they want to go in life, what brings them joy, trying to find a connection to something bigger, in a sense. Most definitely isolating because they're finding themselves, is what I'm getting, essentially, Power One. So I wouldn't stress too much about them breaking contact with you. I just think it's I know it's a bit of a cliche, but it's mostly about them and not you, I think. So yeah, potentially in the future they'll come back and reach out to you, and I think they've worked through some stuff and they have a better idea about who they are and what it is that they want from life, is what I'm getting. That's all I have for you, Power One. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you found this reading beneficial and you think other people may benefit from this reading, please share it on. That'd be great. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile 2. Welcome, pile 2, with the Tattoo Tarot deck. Let's get an idea from the cards with a free shuffle about why this person you were thinking of has broken contact with you. Why are they ghosting you? What's going on with them? Let's find out. So can we get some messages, please, for pile 2 about why this person has broken contact with them, why they're not communicating. Why are they ghosting? Pile 2. There you go. Further messages, please, Spirit, for pile 2. Similar to pile 1, the cards aren't overly forthcoming for you. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So the cards that I can see already. Yeah. Cards that I can see already, pile 2. The Sun card in reverse, the Hermit card in reverse. You have the 8 of Swords. And the Queen of Cups. You also have the Ace of Cups, okay, in reverse. Right. If you were in a relationship with this person, or you're in contact, it's kind of hard to say, pile 2, but I just think they weren't feeling it so much. With the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Sun card in reverse, I just sense that they weren't feeling overly completely fulfilled by the relationship with you. With the Hermit card in reverse, there's definitely a sense that they want to get out and socialize again, that they want freedom, is what I'm getting. The Hermit Now, in reverse tends to indicate that they want to break the isolation, in a sense. They want to get out and explore and meet new people. I just also see with the Eight of Swords too that they were feeling a little bit restricted in this relationship. I just sense that they weren't overly satisfied. I think maybe there was a feeling of being stuck in the relationship a little bit, like it wasn't bringing them the happiness that they were hoping for originally, is what I'm getting with the Ace of Cups and the Sun card in reverse, along with the Eight of Swords. And with the Queen of Cups, along with the Hermit card, I really just see that they want to get out and be free, that what they're after right now is their own love, in a sense, like love for themselves, wanting to do things that make them happy on their own. And that may be getting out and like socializing, meeting a lot of people, partying. I really am just seeing that they just wanted some freedom, that this relationship unfortunately wasn't allowing them to feel, a lot of freedom and satisfaction, in a sense, which I know is really hard to hear, Pile 2, but I think they've broken it off because I guess they felt that it wasn't right for them. They weren't feeling right in this relationship, whether it be you were in a relationship with this person or you were just starting to see them and get to know them. I think maybe they've decided that it's not for them anymore, and I don't necessarily agree with that. I think ghosting people or breaking off communication is a very harsh thing to do, so I don't agree with it whatsoever, but I think they've done it because they were feeling as if they were getting themselves into something that wasn't offering them the freedom that they wanted, essentially, and it wasn't bringing them the happiness that I think that they thought that they would originally get from it. Let's just see if we can get some further messages for you from the Tattoo Tarot. Can we get some further messages about why this person needed their freedom, Pile 2, please, Spirit? Why they weren't feeling fulfilled with this relationship? Why were they not feeling fulfilled? Why did they want their freedom? The Ace of Cups in reverse can also talk about self-love too, learning to love yourself. This person, along with the Sun in reverse, maybe this person is also dealing with some mental health issues too, so they've taken some time out, like similar to Pile 1, they've taken some time out from this relationship to focus on their own needs too, is what I'm getting. You have the Seven of Cups, okay. And you also have the Six of Cups in reverse. That's really interesting. Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups. All right. You know what I'm seeing? With the Six of Cups in reverse and the Seven of Cups, Six of Cups is all about reminiscence. Like, reminiscing about certain experiences in the past. That feeling of nostalgia, of having joy with certain experiences that you've had in the past. But when it's in reverse, I just sense that maybe they're stuck on a certain mindset. It's interesting also that there's a love heart in this cup too. And with the Seven of Cups being all about choices and decisions, choosing between different options, I am sensing that maybe, and this might be a little bit harsh to hear, so remember to take what resonates, Pile 2. I think in a way they've been comparing you to another relationship in the past, is what I'm getting. That maybe they've had a relationship in the past that they were in love with this person. They had some strong feelings for somebody else, is what I see. And so, in a sense, they've been comparing you to another relationship or previous relationships. And I think maybe they felt that either they wanted to go back to a certain somebody else, is what I'm seeing, potentially with the Six of Cups in reverse. That maybe they felt trapped in this relationship because it wasn't giving them the freedom to potentially be open to a reacquaintance with a past lover or something like that, or that they just are comparing you with the Seven of Cups here to somebody in the past or previous relationships, and they felt as if it wasn't right for them, is what I see. That's a little bit hard to hear, I know, but I just sense that there's most definitely, they feel like they had some choices to make, or that there were other options out there, or a strong sense of like comparison to something from the past is what I'm seeing. Sorry to say that, pile 2, but that's just what I'm getting from the cards. Let's get some further messages for you from the Chakra Insight Oracle deck about this person. Spirit, can we get some further messages about this person, about why they ghosted pile 2? Ooh, okay. Okay, ooh. So you have 3 cards there. The communication card, number 34. You have the will card, expression, assertiveness, self-control and direction, communication, self-expression, exchange, sharing, and connection. And they also have the physical health card too. Vitality, strength, body image, and balance. Interesting. You know what I see with these 2 cards, communication and will? I just sense that they felt they couldn't be themselves around you. That, in a sense, you didn't have enough in common, is what I'm getting. That they didn't feel like they were being their true selves or being able to express themselves the way that they wanted to. I just think that maybe they felt like you didn't have enough in common too. Not only potentially that they were comparing you to other people, or that they just wanted to be free so they can get out and like rediscover themselves to some degree. But I also see here with the communication, the will card, that maybe there was this feeling that they felt a little trapped in the relationship because you didn't have enough in common. I just think also there was, with the physical health card too, there just wasn't enough chemistry in the relationship, and not necessarily like sexual chemistry. I think that maybe that's part of it with the physical health card there and the woman looking very sensual. But I also sense that they just felt that maybe all aspects of the relationship just weren't giving them what they were hoping for with the Sun card in reverse. And that they wanted to get out and potentially be free so that they can meet someone that they have more in common with, that they can express themselves openly, that they have a strong like connection with, they can communicate and just thoroughly enjoy like talking about things that they're interested in a sense. I don't think that they felt that they were being their authentic self when they were around you, is what I'm getting. That maybe they had to put on a face or pretend to be interested in things that you were, or something like that. So I just think the chemistry wasn't there completely in all aspects of the sense, both in terms of potentially the physical chemistry, but also in terms of like what you have in common, the way that you sort of communicate to each other, the way that they express themselves. They weren't being true to themselves, in a sense, is what I see for that pile 2. That's all I have for you, although I know it wasn't easy to hear, but that's the theme of the reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you felt that this was beneficial to you, you got something out of it, and that maybe it would benefit some friends or family of yours, I'd love it if you could share it on. That would be great. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile 3. Hello, pile 3 with the standard Ryder Waite tarot deck. Let's find out why this person, the person you were thinking about, whether it be someone that you have an interest in, or even a friend or family member that may have cut you off, why they've stopped communication, why they've broken contact with you, or why are they ghosting you. Spirit, can we get some messages, please, about why pile 3, this person has broken contact? Why are they ghosting pile 3? Ooh, the High Priestess, that came out in pile 1 too. Interesting. Oh. Any further messages, please, for pile number 3 about why this person has ghosted them? Okay, so you've got 5 cards. We'll start there. First 2 cards are really interesting. So you have the High Priestess, and you also have the Page of Swords. What are you getting from that? The High Priestess is known well for being very direct. Unlike the Empress, who's a lot more compassionate, sympathetic, and a bit softer in the way that she communicates, The Page of Swords and the High Priestess are both very direct, almost a little bit brash and blunt sometimes. So potentially they feel that you can be a little bit too harsh towards them, pile 3, that the things that you say are very, very blunt and honest and quite hurtful sometimes. I also sense that maybe with the High Priestess here about your intuition, really being able to read people quite well. It's interesting, she got the book of the Torah there, she's reading the Torah. That you have a very strong perception about them, about what they're going through, what they've been doing, who they've been spending their time with. Maybe you don't trust them so much, or at least they feel as if you don't trust them, is what I'm getting with the Page of Swords and the High Priestess. That I think they feel like you're constantly judging them, and maybe they don't feel free around you a little bit. Like, there's definitely an energy with those two cards of just being very direct and blunt. So I think either whether they have been playing up around you or not being completely honest with you, I think they can tell that you can see through them, and that they know that, you know, they can't sort of pull the wool over your eyes in a sense. So I think in a way they're a little bit scared of you. There's an energy of maybe like being frightened because you're very intuitive, and I think you can just sort of pick up on them and what they've been doing pretty easily is what I'm getting. You also have the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, you heard the Three of Swords. Okay. You have the Page of Wands. These are interesting cards. Noting they're all in the upright position too, which hasn't happened for the other piles yet. Okay. And what I'm also seeing here with the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Swords is that they're a little bit afraid of being hurt again, right? They've been hurt in the past. And so they're currently in a position with the Knight of Pentacles, slow growth, very slow building energy, earth energy. Things take time to develop in this reality. I think that they're in a place where they're still getting over a previous relationship, where they've been hurt by a previous relationship. And so maybe now they're a little bit scared of you in the sense, because I sense that you're very honest. You pull them up on things that maybe they are just afraid of committing because, well, A, they don't want to be hurt again. They don't want to have their heart broken again. But also I think maybe once bitten, twice shy, in a sense that because you were so honest and direct, and I think maybe quite eager also. With the Page of Wands here, I do see a lot of eager energy, very passionate. Maybe you're very much into them is what I'm getting, pile 3. Or at least you have an interest in them, whether it be a friendship also. But I am sensing it's a love relationship with the Three of Swords here, that you have a strong interest in this person. And I just sense that they're afraid of like getting into a relationship with you because they've been hurt in the past. They're learning to get over a past heartbreak. And so right now, with things being so direct and potentially you want commitment from them, they're just going, whoa, this is too scary for me. I'm still learning to like get over a past relationship. I'm learning to be okay with who I am again, in a sense. Not to say that they're not interested in you. The cards aren't indicating that. I just think that maybe they've cut you off at this point in time because it's a little too much for them, in a sense. That they're dealing with like some issues of a previous relationship is what I'm getting. Let's see if we can get any further messages for you. Spirit, any further messages, please, for pile 3? Why this person has ghosted them? Oh, okay, most definitely. Why are they feeling a little afraid or timid? Scared of the commitment and the brutal honesty that pile 3 are throwing their way. Right. Okay. So you have 2 more cards that have come out. You have the 7 of Swords in the reverse position. You also have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, that's really fascinating. 2 7s. Yeah, okay. They're stuck. They're just feeling a little bit stuck. They have been hurt in the past, most definitely, with the 3 of Swords here. and the Seven of Swords in reverse, which indicates betrayal, mistrust, that they're having trouble sort of moving on or getting over a relationship, with the Seven of Pentacles here indicating like not being able to receive or see the rewards for your efforts. There's no growth. They're not moving on from a previous relationship. They're stuck in the past, in a sense. And I think maybe if you are pushing, or not necessarily putting pressure on them so much, but if you are showing an indication that you're interested in them, that's just scaring them off a little bit. I'm just being honest, but that's what I see, that they're in a way, in a sense, running away because they're afraid of being hurt again. And I think also they're just not ready because they haven't moved on from a previous relationship. So any signs of interest from you, I think, is in a way making them feel like they just have to back away. And I don't necessarily agree with that, pile 3, but that's what I'm getting from the cards. I also sense here too, with the noting that you've got the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords, so this person is probably a little bit immature. They may be quite young, or at least I don't get a sense that they're very emotionally mature anyway, is what I'm sensing. That they have a fear of commitment too. They've been hurt in the past and now they're afraid of committing. And I think potentially you tell them how it is. You don't take any BS from them, and that's just making them go, whoa, I can't deal with this. I need to run away. Because A, they've been hurt in the past and they're afraid to move on. But B, I think they're just a little bit immature. They're not emotionally mature enough to talk things through with you and actually like work things out, is what I'm sensing. They just want to run away and not deal with it, is what I get. Spirit, can we get some further messages, please, from the Chakra Insight Oracle card about this person, about why they've been hurt in the past, about how they're feeling, their emotional sort of mindset, in a sense. Ooh. Any further messages, please, Spirit? Pile number 3. Why has this person ghosted them? It's interesting. You have the number 7 again. 777, which is a very spiritual number. Possessions, belongings, finances, assets, treasures. Number 2, family, belongings. Belonging, community, culture, and tribe. And number 26, connection. Universal oneness, love, interconnection, support. Okay. So what I'm seeing from those cards, pile 3, also is that I think they're in a place too where, even though I sense they've been hurt in the past and maybe they're just afraid to reconnect or to commit to someone new, that they're not the most emotionally mature, is what I'm getting. So they have a tendency to just cut people off because they don't want to deal with the way they're feeling or have to express themselves. But I also am seeing too here that maybe there's some stuff that's gone on with in their own lives. They may have had some issues in their family. With the possessions card and the family card, this really indicates that like they may have lost a family member potentially. They may have lost something very dear to their heart too. I think potentially they're afraid of love in all aspects, really, is what I'm seeing. Because I really think that they've lost either someone that they loved dearly in terms of a relationship, or they've just lost some like close contacts, and people have walked away from them. I think people have cut them off. I think they've lost other meaningful relationships in all sense of the word, not necessarily just a love relationship, but maybe friends and family. They've lost connection to people. And I think maybe they're afraid of doing it again. They're afraid of losing other connections. So in a sense, they just don't even enter relationships now because they just expect to be hurt. They have this mindset of like, well, what's the point? Because it'll just lead to pain. People don't care for me. People walk out on me. I don't have anyone really that like I can connect with that bring me that sense of family. There's nothing that brings me happiness. People people don't care for me is what I'm getting. So that in a sense, I think maybe they're sabotaging this relationship is what I'm getting. They are projecting into the future and potentially thinking or feeling that it's not going to work out. And so right now they're going, well, what's the point? I'm going to break it off now because it's not going to work out anyway. I just see that they're projecting to the future and sabotaging because they're afraid of commitment in a sense. So I think it's really about you in a sense reaching out to them to connect with them. If you really want this relationship to blossom and go somewhere, I think potentially there is a future here, that this person is just afraid of like opening up really. And so if you be the one that like reaches out in a very loving and supportive way, I try not to put too much pressure on this person, pile 3, because I think that'll just make them run basically. So you just need to be patient with them, let them know that you are around and that you do support them and love them. If they need anything from you, that you're there. If they want to talk and open up, that you're there to listen and give them some advice if they need it. Try not to put too much pressure on them because it's just making them feel trapped and they want out basically because they've been hurt in the past. People have walked out on them and they don't want that again. So they're putting up a wall. They're afraid of opening up to you. So it's all about patience. Them learning to trust you in a sense with the family cards here too. That's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, if you felt that this reading was beneficial and it may benefit someone else that you know that's going through like some relationship problems, I'd love it if you could pass it on. That would be great. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile 4. Hello and welcome pile 4 with the 5-cent tarot deck. This is my favorite deck. I haven't used it for quite a while. Let's find out why this person that you are thinking of, why they've stopped communicating with you, why they have broken contact, or why are they ghosting you in a sense. Whether it be someone that you have your eye on and you're interested in, or even just like a close friend or family member that stopped like reaching out to you or not talking to you anymore. Spirit, can we get some further messages? Can we get some messages please for pile 1 about why this person has stopped communicating? Why are they ghosting? Pile number 4. Ooh, okay. Wow, the cards are just flying up for you, pile 4. Why are they ghosting pile 4? Interesting cards that I can see already. One more. Spirit, any further messages for pile 4? Why is this person ghosting them, or why are they broken contact? Ah, okay. Wow, right. This is really cool. Well, not so cool for you for pile 4, but it's interesting with the cards that I can see here already. So you've got the Judgment card in reverse. Interesting, it says here, indecision, self-doubt, and life lessons. Along with the Queen of Matches here, self-doubt, overbearing jealousy. And you also have the 7 of buttons, or the 7 of pentacles in reverse. Aimlessness, overwork. And you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Misfortune, loss, upheaval. Okay. Wow, strong cards. There's a real strong indication that this person has some stuff that they're dealing with. It says self-doubt there twice. I, in a sense, feel like they don't compare up to you, that maybe they put you on a pedestal in a sense, and that they're not good enough for you is what I'm seeing. And so they're in a way projecting too. Similar to pile 3, they're projecting into the future that this relationship doesn't have a future. They're jumping off the wheel before it starts because I think they're afraid of being hurt in the future, because I think they feel that they're not good enough for you, or that they don't live up to your high standards. They think that they're punching above their weight with you in a sense, whether this be in like some sort of love relationship, which I really sense it probably is, pile 4. Or maybe it's just a friend or a family member that I think in a sense they just feel like they don't have enough to give to you, in a sense that you're much better than them is what I'm picking up on. The cards don't yet quite indicate whether they have feelings for you or not. I just sense that maybe they're afraid to commit, or that they've cut contact with you because they think you can do better, or that if they were to get into a relationship with you, that it's only going to lead to loss and upheaval, like pain in the future, in a sense that you'll probably break up with them maybe, or you'll cut them off, so they're doing it first, basically trying to protect their own feelings. There is also, the cards are also indicating that this person is probably in and out with what they want from this relationship. Sometimes that they can be interested, sometimes they believe in themselves, and they believe that, you know, they have what it takes to give you what you want, or that this relationship can go somewhere. But then I see that with the Judgment card in reverse, that they can also then just change their mind on a dime and feel really down and negative about the relationship. So they're kind of like toing and froing, in a sense, about what they want from this relationship. But I really think it's the root cause of the issue is their self-confidence. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that it will last. They don't believe that they have what you want from the relationship, in a sense. Let's see if we can get some further clarification. Spirit, any further messages for pile 4 about why this person doesn't believe in themselves and why they feel this relationship is doomed, it's not going to go anywhere. Why are they indecisive about what they want from this relationship? Oh, that's too many. Yeah, interesting with the 7 of Buttons card there. Aimlessness. Delays. I think maybe they've had something happen in their past that didn't work out for them, so it's really affected their self-esteem, is what I'm getting. Or they feel like their life is sort of not going anywhere, that they aren't making progress. The 2 cards that have come out that are face up straight away are really conflicting and interesting. So you have the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Needles. This really talks about a past breakup, a past love, right? The 2 of Cups is a card of a partnership, of love, of connections. And the 3 of Needles is being hurt, of heartbreak. So I sense that they've been hurt too in the past. Once bitten, twice shy. They've been in a relationship before, and it didn't work out. So now they've lost confidence. They don't believe in themselves. And because of that, with you, they're afraid to commit. They're afraid to get involved with you because they don't want to get hurt again. This is very similar to pile 3. There's also probably a feeling of like being stuck, not moving forward, not moving on from heartbreak. I think this person has had their heart broken from a previous relationship and they haven't quite got over that person, or at least they haven't quite got over those feelings associated with being rejected, in a sense. Their confidence has most definitely been shattered in the past, absolutely. They don't believe in themselves, and I sense maybe that there is an interest here. I see that with the 2 of Cups, that I sense there are feelings associated with this relationship. They have feelings towards you, but they just are afraid of being hurt again. And I think maybe they're putting you on a pedestal. They think that you're better than them, that you're going to break their hearts, that you'll eventually realize that you don't want to be with this person, is what I'm seeing. You have the 10 of Needles in reverse. Regeneration, okay. And you also have the 6 of Matches in reverse. It says here arrogance, disgrace, pride. Right. Yeah. Those 2 cards indicate to me that, like, they've been hurt. Their pride is in the way, in a sense. They're too... Well, not so much proud in the sense that they're too proud to get into a relationship with you. I just think that maybe they're stubborn. They haven't moved on. They're still in a place of, like, overcoming a certain pain, recovering from a past breakup, recovering from something that didn't work out in their life, whether it be a relationship that broke up in the past, which I'm really seeing with the 2 of Cups here and the 3 of Needles, or even potentially there was something that they were working on that fell apart. They may have had a career venture or a personal project that they were working on that they feel failed, in a sense. It didn't turn out the way they were hoping for with the Wheel of Fortune. Most definitely an indication that they've had bad luck in the past, right? something didn't work out. Maybe multiple things didn't work out the way they were hoping for. A relationship, work, a career move, a personal endeavor. Things have fallen apart, and they just have, it's really affected their confidence. And they're kind of stuck in a sense. They haven't moved forward. They're learning still to overcome those feelings of like self-doubt, learning to believe in themselves again. And I think maybe they've stopped communicating with you because, well, they're working on themselves. They realize that they've still got to go through certain traumas that they're still healing in a sense with the Wheel of Fortune. They're still going through the cycles of like overcoming the pain from the past. But I also just really see that maybe they're afraid to be hurt again. They don't want this to happen again. They don't want the same cycle to repeat. So I think also with you, Pile 4, this is similar to Pile 3, that maybe it's about you being patient with them, like letting them know that you are there and you do support them and love them, that you, if you do have feelings for this person, letting them know that you will stick through, that you're not going to run away from them, that you are committed, that that you're not the person that hurt them in the past and you don't plan on doing it. Absolutely. There's definitely like an indication of stubbornness too. I think maybe they've made their mind up that this isn't going to work out, but they're only doing that because they're projecting from the past. They're reliving traumas from the past in a sense. So it's just about being patient with them and letting them know that you're not that person, that you're not going to hurt them. But moving on, let's get some further messages for you, Pile 4, from the Chakra Insight Oracle deck. Can we get some further messages, please, for card number 4 about why this person's been hurt, what they're going through, what they need to know in order to heal. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for Pile 4 about why this person is ghosted. Pile 4, the viewer. Why have they ghosted the viewer? Other cards don't want to come out for you. I think also they just feel a bit lost too, is what I'm seeing with the 7 of buttons in reverse there. And definitely also with the 6 of matches, indicating that like they didn't have success. They didn't get the success from whatever they were hoping for. Things fell apart. It didn't work out. It's affected their self-esteem most definitely with the Queen of Matches too. I just think they're feeling a little bit lost too. They don't really know what direction they want to go in life. Their self-esteem has been shattered in a sense. They've got no confidence in themselves or whatever it is that they want. They don't know what they want. And that's why the cards aren't coming out. The messages don't want to convey anything else because they're kind of like, well, this person is unsure of themselves. So we'll split the deck and see what we get. We have the money card. Finances, power, generosity, and abundance. Okay. We'll get one more. We have the passion card. Desire, fun, fulfillment, and joy. Wow, that's really interesting. So what I can see from these two cards, Pile 4, I think that there was some sort of personal venture that they were working on. They may have had or tried to start their own business and they've lost a lot of money. They may have had a financial loss or something didn't work out the way they were hoping for. Invested in something, whether it be time and energy or even money. They've invested in something and it fell apart. They didn't get the returns that they were hoping for. It was something I sensed that they were passionate about, so they've lost that passion. This person has really lost their spark for life in a sense. I think they're still working through pains and demons of the past. So it's different to Pile 4 in the sense that it may also be a relationship too. They may have had, like the passion card falling on the 2 of Cups, they may have had a relationship in the past, or potentially they were interested in someone in the past and, you know, they were rejected. It was unrequited in a sense. But what I'm just seeing is that a lot of things that they've worked on, they've put energy and effort into most definitely a project, or they've invested in something that fell apart, and potentially even a relationship. They invested some energy, some love, some emotions into something that didn't come to fruition. It didn't work out the way they were hoping for. And so similar to Pile 3, once bitten, twice shy. They're just afraid to open up again. But I also see here, slightly different to Pile 3, is that they're still stuck in the past in a sense that they're still sort of working through their own emotions, dealing with the grief, overcoming the pain, learning to believe in themselves again, like overcoming their self-doubt. So they've got a lot of work to do. And I think maybe if you want this to go somewhere, it's just about inspiring them, telling them how amazing they are, like trying to lift them up, build them up a little bit, trying to like boost their ego a little bit also is what I'm saying. Letting them know that they are worthwhile and they do have things to offer and that you're interested in those things is what I'm getting. Patience is the key for you, powerful. And that's all I have for you. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, if you found that this reading was beneficial for you and it may benefit somebody else that you know is going through some sort of relationship issue, I'd love it if you could pass it on and share it. That'd be great. Thanks again. I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.